Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Album. Oh, my music wasn't playing. And by my music, I mean Sin's music, but whatever. Hard to keep track of things. Anyways, we are continuing our hard mode run today. Ugh, I am in pain today, so today is a low energy day. Probably works out anyways, because we have a lot of farming and random nonsense to do. Stuff that doesn't require a lot of energy. And we still don't have our cultivator. Oh boy, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Random tasks and chores. We have to go set up our plains farm, whenever the heck we're gonna do that. Which I think is gonna require us to do a little bit of clearing around Yaglus altar. Gotta plant all of our onion seeds here, get that biz going. Need to go farm some Grey Dwarf eyes. What else do we need to do today? I don't remember. Probably need to get ourselves a little bit more coal as well. Getting ourselves ready for all the black metal that we're gonna smelt. Heh, silly Grey Dwarfs. Would you look at that? Full field, and we still have a few seeds left over too. Might be time to start using needle arrows. Probably need those for locks. Yep, we're starting to burn through all these feathers. That's okay though. Let's see, what else? What else? Guess for now we sleep. Yeah, the project portal hub. That being said, over here, right? Yeah, okay. Plains Farm. Alright, so there's a Fooling Village that we have to raid because it's really close to the altar. There is a tar pit that is also really close to the altar. So we have to worry about all of those things. Plus any random mobs that may be about. I'm a little congested today, guys, so sorry about that. Probably gonna be sniffling a little bit. I'll try to mute up a little bit when I'm doing that, though. Keyword being try. Should probably just go, like, blow my nose or something, but... Something, laziness. We are getting a lot of Desquito trophies this run. Tree grew inside the pillar. This is definitely going to be a bit of a process. Kind of debating on what the best way to approach this is, honestly. Alright, we've already caught some attention. So let's just rile them all up and bring them over to the growths. Alright, let's try to rile up a couple more. Alright, so that pretty much takes care of the growth problem. Oh, lovely. At least it's rain and not just, like fog. Fog would be pretty bad, since it would hurt our visibility, not durability. Engaging in sniper mode. Kinda hard to differentiate between some of the foolings and the grass and stuff. They blend in pretty well when they're really far away. few of them are kind of hanging out in pairs. I'm a little worried about hitting barley instead of hitting a fooling. Alright, so we got a few left over there. Get a little pair right here. Zerker. Can probably pull the Zerker without pissing anybody else off. It's so nice to be able to use ranged in this game again. Trying to play this game with just melee weapons is rough. Alright, this should be basically this entire side of the camp. Whoops, wrong food. Well, there were a couple more goobers. Okay, I think that's all of them. And if it's not, then I'm gonna cry. But not really. Yeah, I guess the plan is to pull the portal over here, so just leave stuff here for right now. Oh, lovely. I don't see a safety rock anywhere. Ah, man, it's stuck on stuff. That's probably not a safety rock. Heading for it anyways. Why did they have to hunt me after the fooling village was clear? Locks, save me. This is my locks defender. Thank you, my Loxen friend. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. Or maybe it will. I don't know. That lock's pretty clutch though. Probably don't need all the wolf mats at this point, to be honest, but eh. Yay, sunlight. I don't really want a part of what's going on over there, but I wouldn't necessarily mind Lox mats. they were just, you know, free, or mostly free. That being said, I don't want to deal with night mobs, so... let's put home depot, and we'll go ahead and move the portal over to the little fooling camp that we cleared. And try to get our plains farm set up. The barley and the flax. I'm pretty sure I slept on something wrong. Feeling all sorts of bleh. My painkillers are not really kicking in. We also need to make some more foods. Didn't realize it was 2 mushrooms per skewer. Alright, do not die on the way back. That's the goal here. That root harness really just mitigating so much damage from those Desquitos. I see a couple of locks have decided that the altar there is going to be their home. They can chill for now. Alright, we don't really have a great place to put our portal where it's like sheltered or anything, so... Probably gonna just set up shop kind of over here, just a ways away from the arena. Altar thingy. And this is looking pretty flat for the most part, so... let's just use this area. And we can recultivate that ground later. Yeah, seems like a pretty good area to start off with. Sorry about that. Did decide to blow my nose. Alright, so for the most part, I should have read the cultivator, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just gonna keep this really simple. I'm gonna try to keep this really simple anyways. I say as I immediately think about things that make this complicated. I have to go around this little hut thingy, so Or I have to move the portal a little bit in and just cut across, but... I guess I had to go grab more wood anyways, so now we can grab the cultivator. Yeah, a little goofy, but whatever. It works. It's got a little bit scuffed, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. I kind of like realized like as I was scooching over that way that I can't plant underneath the little hut there. I did not space out these lines very well, but yeah, whatever. It still works. One second, guys. Du, du, du. Oh. Huh. Was the medium lingering stamina a modded thing? It must be, right? I don't actually see it here, so... Oh yeah, that's interesting. I didn't actually realize that that was from one of the mods. I'm like sitting over here like, man, what am I missing for medium lingering stamina meat? It doesn't exist in vanilla. Now I know. Okay, Lynn's farm is set up. I meant to put all this flax into the spinning wheel here. Alright, we really gotta spend a few minutes at the Greydor farm. It's, yeah. We are super duper low on the Greydorf eyes, and we are going to need more portals. Simply needs to be done. Too lazy to go run to the Surtling farms and gather coal that way. Oh yeah, I still gotta go get that Cornwood portal. That was like one of the first portals we made. I was just doing that for Corewood. Probably need to bring that back home. Oh, that's a 1-star troll. I was wondering why I didn't get staggered. Ugh. I'm like really tired and spacey. I don't really have much to say. But I feel like I'm supposed to be filling the silence. Well, I guess we can call it silence. There's you know, whispery Grey Dwarf nest. That's one portal network. This probably would have been like the series to set up a Grey Dwarf farm. Hey, Sue. Well, that's new. Apparently, you have a top fans badge. I don't know if you can see that. I have no idea what it means. Right on, right on. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, I need to blow my nose again. Hold on. The old Ragnarok Online. I see, I see. Alright, 3 more eyes and then we will call it there on the Grey Dwarf farming. Alright, good enough. Let's get out of here. Suppose it doesn't hurt to punk a couple of gray dwarves on the way back if we see them. This was part of the reason why I was okay with roaming around here at night. Although we didn't really get a bunch of extra gray dwarves or anything. Only really gray dwarves from the spawner. Okay, that's... I feel like if we got a good spawn, we could probably just take on Yagluth like right now. But I'd feel a lot better having a fire resistance mead. Especially considering I'm a little bit woozy, so it would probably be a good idea to, you know, have some insurance, basically. What else do we need to do around the plains? We do need to eventually bring back some black metal. So that's the thing we can do while we're waiting for our first harvest of barley and flax, and while the fire resistance meat is fermenting. Not really much else to do around this particular area, so there's that. Yeah, we got a little bit more over here. Yeah, I'm with. We don't need all those wolf mats. I'm not gonna go pick them up. Sniping seagulls like it's something to do. Plains are actually a really good place to farm for feathers. Like, Meadows also spawns pretty good amount of seagulls on the coast and stuff, and sometimes in like in the trees and stuff, but the plains, it's like your visibility is usually a lot better. Talk about visibility and then fog starts rolling in, but Normally, there's not really a lot of obstructions. Yep, no thank you guys. Okay, yeah, we gotta go that way. Hopefully the wind will change a little bit, favor us moving up here, but we'll see. If I had thought about it beforehand, we could have gone and gotten the motor power. That's my bad. But we'll make it work. Probably. That works. Thank you, Wind. I would have probably wanted to... Oh, that's right. We have that sealed tower. That's a thing we could do that probably wouldn't be too hard with the iron sledge. Just wander over there, basically go get all of the black metal from there. Put it in the ship, sail home. Oh boy, I'm yawning like a maniac. Might have to do just a really short stream and probably need to go take like a nap. Which is a little unfortunate. I want to get more done today. I think at the very least I'll try to beat Yag today before doing that. I think it takes about 2 in-game days for meats to ferment, I think. Might be 3. Not sure if our mead fermenting has already been like a full day or not. Alright, coming up on land here. And I believe that I have a workbench down at that tar pit, so we shouldn't see any growths heading over here. Should be fine. Hopefully we'll be fine. Yeah, workbench. Cool. Got a Desquito over here. A couple Desquitos over here. We'll gladly take the needles. And we should have a bunch of black metal in here. I guess a bunch is maybe a little bit of an over-exaggeration. Oh, I hope that's not in the tar. I didn't think about that. Okay, thank goodness. It wasn't in the tar. It's not a full hole, but it's almost a full line. That's a 60, 120, 150, 163 black metal. It's not bad. I do think it's a good idea to go raid that sealed tower though. Get black metal from that. Put that in the ship, sail it home. Just thinking. Guess if we farm some wood here, that'll set us up for getting into the sealed tower. Really? Really? There's no tar here. How is it stuck in tar? The tar mechanics in this game are so silly. And yes, it's totally worth using needle arrows on seagulls, by the way. At least I'm pretty sure. I think it's like 4 needles and 2 feathers for like 20 arrows. So basically, if you kill like 4 Deathsquitos and a singular seagull, that's like 5 arrows. So then you're still like positive 15 arrows. So yeah, pretty worth. Frost glands or frost arrows are definitely a little bit more questionable. Frost glands are a little bit more valuable, in my opinion. Alright, we have like 80 wood. That's probably enough to build up into the sealed tower. We're probably not gonna kill the boss. I think we'll skip the boss because that doesn't really matter. Although we do have Hilder unlocked. We'd have to. Yeah. I don't know, because we'd have to sail. Like, you can't teleport the chests. So, we'd literally have to sail all the way down from the sealed tower to home, drop off our black metal, and then sail all the way down to Hilder. And as Bo Burnham once said, I don't want to do that. Yeah, definitely sus on that. I think this timing seems to have worked out pretty well too, because I think it's about to be nighttime. So we'll be sailing at night, which gives us more opportunities to find sea serpents. Yeah, I guess it wasn't as close to nighttime as I thought it was. Ooh, hello sandbar. Did not see that there at all. Ship should be, yeah, still in pretty good condition for the most part though, so we'll repair it whenever we get to wherever the sealed tower is. there really is not much to say about sailing on the ocean. We are simply sailing on the ocean. That's it, and that's all. $5 per minute. My whistle goes whoop. It's a silly thing. My friends used to always say that. I don't even remember like what it's from. I think it was from like a Vine or something, but I don't think I've ever actually like watched the thing that it's from. I'm being hunted. Excuse me? Hunted by what? Wolves? Is this a wolf raid in the middle of the ocean? Am I being hunted by fish? And my next question is, am I supposed to wait in here for it to be over, or can I just sail away and ignore it? I'm not honestly sure. Eh. You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. Okay. Everybody keep your eyes out for serpents. I like that one. Huzzah! Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Gotta watch out for those sea wolves, though. Oh, the raid marker went away, so. Would have been kind of cool if we could just leave that raid behind, and that would, if it impacted the spawn of other raids, just like lock ourselves out of getting raided because we have a random wolf raid in the middle of the ocean. That would have been funny. I would like that a lot, but eh. Kind of forgot about being low on foods. That could pose a small problem. We're going to the plains. We can nom on cloudberries, I guess. Having our health foods is the more important part right now anyways, I think. Probably. Scanning for serpents. No serpents detected. Is that a serpent back there? I think it might be, actually. Hold on. We gotta go back. Reduced visibility is fantastic, said no one ever. I think it is a serpent. It definitely is. And we 3-shot it. Nice. Yeah, that's why you always gotta watch out for those little, like, wet or like white patches in the water. Like the little trails that our ship is leaving behind. Serpents do that too when they like those effects render in even if the serpent model doesn't. That being said, a little hard to see them in a storm. You can also get a little bit jebaited because fish jumping around also leave little like splashies. Wouldn't be surprised to see a serpent around here though. Sometimes they hang out near leviathans, seems like. Sometimes. Not any that I can see here, though. Alright. Three sea serpents. Too tired to even do my bad accents correctly. Speaking is hard. Back off, pufferfish. This is my sea serpent meat. You can't have any. Alright, keep your eyes peeled. We got about 20 more seconds. Being able to find one more serpent. Probably. I don't know, maybe the storm will continue on into the day, so might be a little bit more chance for one. Night's almost done though. Oh. Alright, well. Storm carries on. So we might still see one yet. Alright, likelihood of serpents appearing drastically reduced. So I guess we'll focus on finding our sealed tower. Suppose it makes the most sense to just pull in right over here. Oh yeah, there it is. I do not have rocks. Let's fix that. Just gonna make a small campfire and a little rudimentary shelter. Get our rested buff back real quick. Oh. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. No real reason to bring it with us. Nice, got the Stonehenge going on over there. Could have a Yag rune, but we already know where Yag is, and we have a portal there, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't know if we can make it in through that little window right there. I don't think that that's Viking sized. Up we go. I want to do this, but I'm pretty sure that I start breaking our little foundations here, so this is probably not a good idea. Slam here. I could definitely slam at least once. Gotta deal with that guy on the ground. Don't need him breaking my workbench. Noting wherever that window is inside, though, might be a good idea. So then we can toss our black metals out said window. Oh, what the heck? Oh, he must have come from that window right there. Well, that's not great. Yeah, that's really not good. Okay. Well, he went to the ground level, so that's better. Ugh. That explosion could have potentially killed us. Oh, where did like half my health go? I didn't even get hit by anything. The drop? Didn't feel like that far of a drop. I don't know. Why are these guys... I'm surprised that they can, like, see. We're in though. Oh, why is it a 1-star? Okay, that's dead. Well, might be a little bit tricky to get back out, but we'll see. Especially when I can't see. That's kind of annoying. Oh. This works well enough, I guess. Alright, let's go up before we go down. For the most part, not too worried about the spear throwers, actually. They do like 1/10 of our health, which isn't too bad. So we can take a lot of hits from those guys. Ooh, okay, real quick, let's go back down and out. Whichever way we can do that. There we go. Right, food things. Cloudberries. Cloudberries are not going to be nearly as good as, you know, onion soup, but we kind of put ourselves in a weird predicament, so. Hi, Kina. And congrats on your new badge thingy. Yeah, so I guess that's a new thing, because I see a little crown at the top of my little chat, and it says top fans. So apparently you and Sue are top fans numbers 1 and 2. So congrats on that, and thanks for all the support. As to how it works, I have no idea. Oh. Looks like you and Sue will be fighting for top slots. Probably has something to do with, like, number of chats and watch hours and stuff. But I couldn't tell you exactly how it works because I don't know. Could be. Could also change from like stream to stream or something. Ow. Look, Ma, I've been shot. Oh no, the trap. Oh, you can still dodge roll while immobilized. That's silly. Can this guy follow me? He can. Alright, let's go downstairs. Where I have more room to deal with you. I am a little sleepy and a little bit of pain. But pushing through. Probably slept on something wrong. I have my, like, chronic neck pain and whatever, so something to do with that. I wonder if I'm even close enough to the ground to be able to spawn the wolves that are hunting me. The answer is yes, and it seems like they are probably punking my workbench. Yeah, they're chilling. Um, so that was the second wolf raid in the time span of one in-game day, since we got hunted in the middle of the ocean as well on our way over here. And then in the one day where we started taking on the tower, they hunted us again. Raids are dumb. EVs are cute. It's very interesting that, like, much like the actual paper TCG, they've kind of like given EV and evolutions the identity of like anti-EXs, which is really weird. I don't know why EV and evolutions are anti-EXs, but that's what it feels like. So you have like a bunch of the evolutions that have abilities, or like their attacks like specifically counteract some of the EX strategies that we have. Yeah, so if you look at like Espeon's attack is like 1 energy and it does 20 times the number of energies attached to Pokemon, which is a very like, you know, Mewtwo ability slash Celebi, like blah blah blah. Celebi and Serperior. Yeah, yeah, so Umbreon breaks the like basic EXs. Okay, so none of our ladders are broken. Something like killed all the wolves out here. Interesting. I'll take it. Oh, they didn't even break the workbench. They hurt it pretty bad though. Maybe. I think the problem is, unless they have colorless for their attack type, you'd have to be running different energy types, which would hurt your deck's consistency. And you're not necessarily going to get the correct energy on the correct turn. And it's hard to, because there's not like a search function, so you can't really like just search out the evolution that you want. Until we get something like Level Ball or something akin to that. Something that allows you to just literally search out whichever EV you want. Yeah. It's like kind of why mono type decks, at least in Pocket, are kind of, I don't know if they're usually considered better, but probably function a little bit more solidly. Crap. No stamina. Alright. Derpy enemy AI made that work. Thanks, Derpy enemy AI. Yeah. I would definitely recommend doing so. Alright, I don't think we have too many floors left, to be honest. Also, I hope that I'm not sledge breaking some of our wooden platforms on the outside. I don't think I have been, so... Okay, that's the boss level. We cleared out the tower except for the boss. It's gonna take forever. Yeah, like, look at their HP. And this is only the first HP bar. They have 2. I'm not doing it. I'm too tired for that. Yeah, the full arts are nice. I don't want them because I just want my collection, but they are nice. I have like half of them. I did get my Glaceon. I did want Glaceon though. But that's because Glaceon's my favorite evolution, so... Oh, fuck! Okay. Well, still alive. Just gonna Hang out here for a second. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to my HP, but if I was above 100 HP, like there's no way that I die, but I wasn't expecting to fall, so it kind of freaked me out a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm glad there were no, like, wolves still kind of hanging out here. That would have been tragic. Alright, I'm gonna walk to the ship first. Just take it slow. See if there's anything spawned in between the ship and the tower. Or things going on like that. And it had to be super foggy too, didn't it? This will help our HP get back up. Ugh. I think I literally was like just turning, and because I was turning, it did some funky business where it just kind of like pushed me. Alright, well, coast seems clear for the most part. Might, oh. Right, I was gonna unclutter a little bit of the inventory. Don't need you, don't need you. Don't really need the Fooling Shaman trophy, but I'm gonna take it anyways. Put those in there for right now, and then I'll kind of get things resorted after we transport all the metals back here. I think I'm just gonna fat walk all of them, but that's, I don't know if that's actually gonna be faster than like running back and forth, but I don't really trust the I mean, we have a lot of things here, so it's gonna take a while to walk back and forth. This is kind of sketchy too, though, honestly. Like, if I get attacked, like, I have to, like, dump so many things onto my inventory to be able to actually fight. Let's make sure that... Oh, never mind. We only have, like, 4 stacks of things. It's not that bad. Honestly, I got a lot less black metal than I thought I would, realistically. Probably used to look 1.5 times modifier, where if I go in that tower, I get like 5 stacks of black metal. I don't think I would ever really recommend encumbered walking in the plains, though, realistically. It's a little sus. It's a lot sus, honestly, but whatever. Alright, good enough for me. I don't care about the rest of this stuff. You can stay here forever. Let's go. I mean, this is a lot of black metal. 7, almost 7.5 stacks. I am satisfied with that. We'll see if we need more in the long run, but at least for right now, this works. Alright, and our goal is to head directly south. As directly south as we possibly can. Thank you, Wind. Wind is working with me today. Alright, because we have such a long way to go, and honestly I'm not feeling super great, so I don't really have much to say. If I have something to say, I'll tune in, but otherwise we'll just listen to some, I was gonna say sea shanties, but let's actually listen to some Sin music, just because I am not in the place for high energy sea shanty business. Chill lo-fi though. I like chill lo-fi. Alright, it's that button and that button. Yep, sailing. Sailing on home. Whoa. That is a big mountain. That's a really big mountain. It's like already looming and it like gets bigger as we get closer. But yeah, so the game plan here is sail home. We'll start getting some black metal smelted. We'll grab our fire resistance mead that's been fermenting. And then I think we'll beat Yag and that'll probably be closing out the stream there. We'll also check on the crops and... Well, actually if the crops are ready, it might be better to just leave them ready. And we'll replant them after Yag, and then close out for the night. It might be a Mount Everest. Yeesh, that thing is mighty. Much like the, I wonder which one's bigger, the super huge mountain from the other playthrough, or this one? I don't remember exactly how big the other one was, but like, that is enormous. And the odds are low, but not zero, I guess, for encountering a day serpent, so I should probably still be attentive. I really do just want to like go lay down and curl up and sleep though. I feel like sick effects, but I don't think I'm actually sick, but I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. I honestly think that's just the pain, honestly, but... No, I slept fine, I think. But whenever my neck hurts like really badly, like my body's like natural reaction to that is like getting tired because like it wants to like sleep to like, you know, fix the problem. Essentially. So sometimes when it's really bad, I get, you know, sick-like symptoms, which is mostly like tiredness, runny nose. So I guess just fatigue in general. Part of it is probably from not sitting with good posture in my chair, honestly though, but sometimes it's like sleep posture is bad for me too. And thus it results in muscle inflammation. I took like some like Tylenol stuff, which is, you know, anti-inflammatory, but it doesn't always do the trick. I sailed my ship to the levee, and I passed the levee on by, because we don't really need chitin for anything else. We got one levee, we got one abyssal harpoon, and that's all we use. Yep. They do move in herds. Just a casual pod of leviathans. Not something that you hear every day. Nice warm shower would probably help too. Help relax the muscles. I feel like showers are also usually pretty good for congestion as well. Get you all nice and warmed up. And likely with, you know, a bunch of steam, it means that you're also helping your body parts not dry out. Something like that. Something hydration. Actually, hydration's a good thing to do right now. Doop. I would absolutely would love to soak in a nice warm bath right now. Unfortunately for me, I only have a shower. Alright, I don't know if it's actually nighttime yet, but we have a storm. Is that a rock? Or a fish, maybe? Might have been a fish. Thought I saw something poking out of the water. And it's probably not a leviathan, but I'm gonna go back anyways, just in case. Pretty sure it was probably a fish though. Hey, look, rock. Oh, that's totally a rock. Fair enough. Hello, fish. And we'll sail at half mast. Huh. A lot of random rocks, like, kind of out here in what still feels like it should be pretty open ocean. Kind of a weird terrain generation, honestly. think I do have some soup too. Probably gonna take a nap and then maybe wake up, depending on how I feel. Maybe take a nice shower. Maybe eat some soup. Some serpent stew would be fantastic. Wonder what serpent stew is like. Do you think it's like really fishy, or do you think it's more like, I don't know, maybe like a chicken or something? Considering it's a sea snake. Maybe it's like eel. I've had some pretty good eel before. Also had some pretty mid eel before as well, but alright, we're pretty close to spawn at this point, so the odds of us finding a serpent are pretty low. But they're not zero, I don't think. Probably not gonna see one spawn over there. So we want to be looking this general direction, probably. I don't know, I'm paranoid about missing one, so I'm like just gonna keep looking over there anyways. Wonder what eel soup would be like. Like eel with like, I feel like it would be like miso based maybe. Like a miso soup with some eel and like some tofu. I might be a little hungry. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, whoa. Hello, like random giant waves out of nowhere. Like actually legitimately giant waves out of nowhere. Yeah, it's like I kind of feel like I'm hungry, and I also kind of feel a little nauseous, so definitely sick-like symptoms. Also could theoretically be that I am actually sick, but it gets really dry out here, right? And because it's kind of chilly at night and hot during the day, I have like fans going all the time, so it's like really dry. I think that can get you sick. Probably really dusty in my room too, honestly. Something that happens when you live in a desert and don't constantly dust everything. Which I don't. Alright, I know I have a bridge here somewhere. So I'm gonna have to run over some necks. suppose I won't say no to some Great Dwarf Eyes. We need those. Alright. This incline doesn't actually seem that terrible. Maybe it gets a little dicey going this way, but I think we can work with that. Yeah, this part might be bad. This might be a little difficult to cart everything up here, but we'll see. Sounds like some bacons were dying to some skellies. That's not where that goes. And we don't have to eat cloudberries anymore. Alright, let's sleep the night mobs away. Be nice to get rid of the rain as well for hauling a cart full of metal ores up a hill, but that'd be less annoying than just getting constantly attacked at the very least. Yep, nothing doing. Alright. Awkward. Honestly, I could go for some rain, like IRL right about now. Be really nice to just kind of like, I don't know, put on some like quiet jazz or something and curl up in a blanket, stare at the rain, drink some hot cocoa. I will not be drinking hot cocoa. Just because I don't have any, but that sounds nice. And instead of having fire in a real fireplace, the jazz, the soft jazz, could be a YouTube video of a comfy fire for the ambience, the ambiance. Cart, please stop it. Yeah, that's gonna be the hard part right there. Is that incline is pretty steep. You guys, make sure you remind me, next time we do a vanilla playthrough where we're not teleporting metals, do not let me build away from the coast. And don't forget, don't let me multitask. I'm so used to my axe being on that button. Could probably move my axe back there, to be honest. Where would we even use the iron axe or the iron mace at this point? Not actually sure. Alright, we are on a mission. Let's do this thing. I don't know if this will help, but I'm going to use the Rathatos tonic. Kinda seems like it's helping a little bit. Not 100% sure though. Vanilla struggles. Well, vanilla default settings struggles is what I should say, because obviously you can turn on teleport metals in world modifiers, so. Alright, come on, Kurt. You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in us. We got this together. No! 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 I clipped the corner. There's no fixing this. There's just no fixing this. Oh my gosh, one thing is just one thing is too heavy. It was right here. I mean, I could just take everything out of the cart, break the cart, and replace it, I guess, but that's like a whole thing. I don't know about all that. I think it's pretty stuck in the trench. Why do I even have those gates there? I keep asking myself that every time. I'm just gonna leave them open. Terraforming isn't gonna fix anything. I guess at least it's right here, so it's not the worst. We don't have to run everything super far. I feel like that project, not only would I then have to fix it afterwards, like the amount of effort it would take to like make a way to get the cart out. Not only that, but I don't even know if the cart would make it up a ramp because of how heavy it was. So it's like I'd have to make the thing to try to get the cart out, get the cart out, get it all the way in, and then I would have to fix like the bit that I messed up as well. So okay, so we can carry 37 at a time. Seemingly. Well, not really, because then I have to fix the trench. That being said, we shouldn't really have this problem anymore, because black metal is like the last metal that we're going to be bringing home, I think. Yeah, I think that this is the last metal that we're going to be bringing home, so this is the last time that we're going to be sailing metals back. Because once we get to the Ashlands, even though we have Flametal in the Ashlands, we should be able to get the Stone Portal, which is the in-game teleporter that can teleport metals. So all we have to do is put a Stone Portal on the other, like in the Ashlands, and we'll be able to teleport Flametal straight into our base. So, yeah, no need to future-proof, basically. This won't happen again. Probably be a little concerned if it did. Iron, 20 fine wood. Like, unless we get super unlucky with not being able to find any of the molten cores, even though there's a few different ways to do that. If we somehow didn't find any, that's the only way we would have to sail Flametal back from the Ashlands. And oh my gosh, would that be awful. That would be so awful. Like, having to sail from here, well, I guess technically we could take the ship with us, right? But having to come down here to the Ashlands and then sail metals all the way back up to the middle of the map would just be terrible. And I wouldn't want to do that. I think I would sooner just go back into world modifiers and turn teleport metals on. I knew I liked the other cart better than you. Hey, yeah. Take that. Also, does anybody else think that it's really silly that the only way to like break carts and get like your mats back is to actually just break them down? I feel like being able to destroy boats and or ships and carts with your hammer should be a default like game setting, but but here we are. I can make soup. Oh, you know what? I was about to make more onion skewer, or more wolf skewers, and then I realized I can make serpent stew now, so I don't have to. Well, it's the only way to break them down in this game, like, without a mod to be able to just demolish them with your hammer. Which I normally use, but since we're doing vanilla. I never even got around to the Portal Hub project. I guess it's fine. We can do that later. I don't know exactly when later will be. Thursday... Tomorrow's an off day. Thursday we're gonna be doing Diablo. It looks like Friday's gonna be another off day as well. Normally my Friday D&D games are bi-weekly, but it looks like we're gonna be doing 3 weeks in a row. It depends on if we want to do Diablo this weekend, / if I want to stream this weekend at all. Probably should though. Should just do Diablo this weekend, and then we'll come back to the Valheim run on Monday. I should probably just put. I should probably go into my stream notes and put down making a Portal Hub. We got that good. And soon we'll have some extra good stuff too, because we have the barley and flax farm going now. Okay, so after this, I need to go check on the meads. They should be done by now. We've been out and about for several in-game days at this point. So with the meads done, we are all set to go take on Yag. We'll just need to make sure that we, clean up the area first. I don't even think I despawned, I don't think I anti-spawned the tar pit, so we might have to deal with some growths. There's probably some stray foolings. More than likely Duskinos. have a bunch of random things in my inventory. Some deer that randomly got murked inside of the trench. Ooh, ow. That didn't feel good. Huzzah! Fire resistance. Which, I'm gonna need to start pumping a bunch of that stuff out, honestly. Crap. I need that, and I just wasted one by accident. Lovely. Alright, well, whatever, I guess. If we don't have to do much clearing, then we should be able to still get to Yag with some time on that left. And because of the boss fight, I'm going to bring the in-game music back for a little bit. Probably have it on like 25, I think. 25 should be good. Ah, right, the locks. Darn. That's not great. Heard of fooling too. Alright, well, we might have wasted fire resist. I was trying to split it like in 7 days to die. I've been playing so much of that, like my keybind muscle memory is all messed up. Oh, I only dodged that because of Ratato's tonic, by the way. Charging down that hill. Alright, one more derpy boy. I think the aim was true, but couldn't quite get the arc. Huh. I was gonna say, there should have been a stomp there where there was a chomp, but he chomped. Weird. Alright, Locks taken care of. One Desquito taken care of. One Star Fooling taken care of. Growth's taken care of. Anything else? Still got 5 minutes of fire resist. 6 minutes of Ratatosk. Really would have liked to have Ratatosk a little bit more, you know, a little bit more time on the thing. I can't talk right now. Words are hard. The spot seems decent for spinning, actually. As long as we can get between him and the altar, it should be fine. I can't see... Okay, nice. Never mind. What the heck? What was that? Okay. I guess sometimes you just walk up and get the spin. I'm spinning a boss, walking in a circle, and I don't have anything that rhymes with boss except for like toss, but it didn't. I don't know. It didn't fit. Like I said, words are hard. Greatest Yag strat known to man. Walk in a circle. This kind of works on Ichthyr too, if you have a fast enough weapon. It's very silly. There are far too many enemies that this strategy works on in this game. Maybe. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it advantages the player as opposed to enemies, so I guess it's a good thing. Probably a good thing. A little derpy though. That being said, this boss is stupid anyways, so... This is like the one boss I wish they would redesign, like, a little bit. I feel like he needs a melee... I've kind of said this before. I feel like he needs a melee swing and a little bit longer cooldown timer between his, meteors and, like, his little fire pool that he puts in front of himself. The boss is cool thematically though, and I really like the music. I'm a sucker for electric guitar solos. A little bit of a sucker for electric guitar solos. Not all guitar solos are created equal, but you know. I'm a little bit worried about our Ratatosk tonic running out though. Not so much the fire resistance, but eh. I'm not sure if I can chug a Ratatosk while spinning and not get slowed down too much where he'll attack. I could probably DPS a little bit faster, but I'm being very careful about not breaking the spin. Or I'm trying to be careful about not breaking the spin. Usually feels a little bit more important just to make sure that you don't die. Greeting for extra hit or two could equal breaking the spin and then having to set it all up again, right? So it's kind of like being conservative is kind of a time save, or a theoretical time save. I don't know. Maybe if I sat here and actually like practiced some of these boss strats by like putting on God mode or something and then like you know, spawning them, fighting them for hours on end. But I'm not a speedrunner, so I don't need to do that. Definitely feels like I'm getting a little close sometimes, though. Oh. Okay, my Ratatosk ran out. I can still do this. Okay. That probably explains why it feels like I have to do like some sprints in between the... Like after I attack like once or twice, I feel like I kind of have to sprint to catch back up to the tailbone. I'm calling it a tailbone, even if it's technically the bottom of the ribcage, but it's a tailbone to me, because it kind of looks like a tail. Yeah, see, I can get 2 attacks in there, but then it feels really sus about how close that elbow is to me. So if I get too close to the elbow, then Yag attacks, so. Is anybody dizzy yet? I hope not. Yag might be dizzy. But we're okay with Yag being dizzy. That was a little close. I wanted to start spinning him the other way, just because it's easier on like my hand muscle memory. But yeah, kind of like almost went a little too far. Alright, should only be a few more hits at this point. And there we go. Technically a perfect Yak fight, I guess. As of the fact that he never once attacked. I was very surprised that the way that he spawned, it looked like he was raising his hand to do like his close range, like fire attack. But then like it just didn't come out, but that's why like I ran away at first. Really weird that I was able to just kind of run right up to him and then like start spin. So, but yeah, felt good. Ended up not even actually technically needing the Rathatos tonic. We were just able to spin anyways. The tonic might have helped us set up the spin in the first place though. Maybe if we weren't fast from the Rathatos tonic, we end up getting an attack from him at the beginning there, so all is well. Oh, you know what? I'm a derp. The item prevents you from teleporting. What do I have? Black metal? Blam blam. Alright, well this black metal is probably just gonna exist over here forever, but that's fine. But yeah, I forgot that we have the scythe, so I don't need to pick the crops one by one. Owie. Big stretching and a hurt back. We got the meat, and everybody's like, oh heck yeah, tonight we will eat, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, well, I guess that's kind of convenient. And we'll put one of these right here. Here-ish. And why the heck not? Somewhere up here. Maybe. There we go. Alright, we got a wisp. Got a wisp, wisp. Yeah, try and sing that 5 times fast. Got a wisp, wisp. Wisp. Okay, anyways, we'll give those a minute to gather. Well, let's put some stuff away. Grab our scythe and our cultivator. Look at all the beautiful onions. Beautiful onions. Beautiful onions. It's all really tasty like a bag of onions. Or something like that. Realistically, I don't really need that many wisps. Probably not gonna really... I don't know. Depends on what we decide to do with them. We could use a ton of wisp lights to like light up a valley or something, but we also could just not use them at all. I suppose it doesn't hurt to have them if I want them though. And we're not spec'ing the swords, so I'm probably not making Mistwalker, but I guess we would technically need some for that if we were doing sword things. I guess I could be replanting onions while waiting for wisps to gather. Harvest, harvest, harvest. And yeah, unfortunately we're getting a raid. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, you can't use the scythe on like regular crops. I believe it has to be barley and flax. Where is your cousin? I don't see a second troll. There they are. Alright, sure that they're both aggroed onto me. And let's... sure. You know what? You guys want to break my oak trees for me? Help me out with my farming. It's the new strat, just stand next to a tree. Oh no, don't fall in the ravine. Seriously, guys? They're a little broken. Alright, well, I was gonna have them help with harvesting trees, but they're a little having some troubles. I think they'd be a little bit better off playing another class, probably. Send them back to the character select screen. That's Gravy Cannon lore, by the way, for Valheim. Enemies just get sent back to the character selection screen. More like weren't much help, am I right? Alright, cool. I did put these far enough apart where they're actually, actually catching full wisps each, from the looks of it. Yeah, 3 wisps there, 3 wisps over here. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but, you know, these wisp fountains if they're too close together, then they can have like a total of 3 wisps between them. But if you put them far enough apart, then they can hold up to 3 wisps each. And I think that wisps spawn on them approximately every like minute and a half or so. Something like that. For whom it may concern. I don't even know what I would do with like a ton of wisp lights. I've kind of used them for decoration before, but like, I don't know. Outside of decoration, a little unnecessary. It's a good thing you don't have to worry about getting randomly struck by lightning during thunderstorms in this game. That would be something. Oh, storm's over. Alright, scope out the area, make sure there's no mosquitoes that are gonna poke us while we're working. Looking clear. Alright. Really wish that you could have like a secondary attack that just whirlwinds like everywhere. The arc for the scythe is a little strange. As you can see, it's not quite catching everything, but does make for a quick harvest, though. I can say that. Okay, we have 159 barley, 94 flax. Don't know how much linen thread we're gonna need. Only really planning on making like a padded helmet and I don't know. With linen thread, probably not too much else. That's probably a good amount. And we'll just play it. Basically everything else is barley. And just for consistency's sake. Well, at least, you know, try to kind of line this up. I do well, I don't do perfect. And that's okay. To most people. I feel like that's probably fine to most people. Some people might have really bad OCDs, so sorry about that. I am merely a human being. I am not a machine that perfectly does exactly the same thing on perfect beat every single time. I might want to tear down that little hut at some point, but probably doesn't really matter that much. It's like a minimal amount of space that I can't use. But our farm is pretty large overall, so should be fine. Alright, that's done. So as much as I'd love to start making barley flour, it makes a lot of sense to start making more fire resistance meats. Because of we're using the root harness, which gives us weakness to fire. As of such, we just need to have fire resistance on us at all times. From this point forward, basically. Well, maybe not all points in time, but a lot of them. Basically any time that we're going to be dealing with fire, which, you know, we will be in like the next few biomes, we should always have fire resistance with us. I guess I can make one windmill. We're probably not going to be in a state... Well, we can make a second windmill if we need it, I guess. I don't know exactly where we're going to put it, but... I guess the last thing that we'll do is go hang up the Yag trophy. I think it was 30 wood and 20 stone, right? Yeah, we don't need this anymore. That might not work, but we'll see. I probably should have moved this. It does kind of look like if it turns that the windmill propeller is gonna smack the wall. But whatever, we'll fix it later. Honestly, I should put the windmill up here. Yeah, if I can, I'll plan to move the windmill up here, where this torch that we don't use is. Okay, so that's a windmill. Barley is barleying. Flax will be threading. Stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains, and it's a heave ho, hi ho. Sorry guys, I do not feel good. I feel bleh, very bleh. Let's also go ahead and blow this thing up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, whatever. I was gonna say, do I have wood on me? If I have wood on me, I'll fix it, but... We are going to have to eventually use this workstation, so... we'll do that. Yeah, I don't like that. It's probably a little bit better. Okay, wood away, torn spirits away. I don't remember... Spawn portal? Spawn portal. Never did go pick up those troll materials, did I? We don't really need them, so whatever. Boom. Yagluth. Yagluth. Yagarino. Yeah, whatever. Taking this wood. Not like the altars need it. Alrighty then. Alright, so that's gonna do it for me for tonight, guys. Sorry for kind of the low energy, kind of short stream, but like I said, I'm not feeling too hot, so Um, do 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 do. So yeah, so I think the plan will be we'll continue this run on Monday. So yeah, tomorrow is an off day for me. Thursday we are going to play some Diablo 4. The new season just started today, I think, actually. I'm I might have like a character that I play off stream and then a character that I play for stream, but yeah, we're gonna check out the new season, so it'll only be like a few streams on, I guess, unless, like the mass populace demands more Diablo 4, but more than likely it'll just be like a few streams kind of checking out the new seasonal story and seeing what's going on with that, and a little bit of grinding, but putting build together. So far we're gonna play Necromancer. Nobody's expressed interest in anything except Necromancer, so yeah. Yeah, so we'll introduce that series on Thursday. And then Saturday, or, yeah, words. The weekend is kind of a flexible slot. I'll probably stream at least one of the 2 days. We'll kind of see, like, I don't know, like well, yeah, we'll talk about it more on Thursday, I guess, but we'll see how I feel on Thursday, basically. But other than that, yeah, we'll for sure I'll pick this. We'll do more Valheim on Monday for sure. And yeah, I'll kind of figure stuff out as we go, but it might literally just end up being like, oh hey, we're starting on this Thursday because it's, like the couple of days after the season starts or whatever, but we might just do Diablo on like the weekends for a couple of weekends, and otherwise we'll do like Valheim on the weekdays. But again, yeah, it depends on the mass populace. If you guys are all interested in Diablo 4 content, then make sure you let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go by analytics and bleh, analytics or bleh. But yeah. Beyond that, thank you guys all so much for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate all of you guys, whether you are simply lurking and listening in the background or actively chit-chatting and all that stuff. And spamming emotes. Spamming emotes is fun. Thank you, Kina. But yeah, I hope that you'll all have a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this. I hope that you will spread love and kindness wherever you go, and that it will circulate right back onto you. So, until next time, I hope that you all have a good one. Gravy, signing out. Meow.